Retro Road Test, Ford Fiesta vs Toyota Starlet, UK Spec 1990. Introduction. As the curtain rises on the final decade of the 20th century, the battle for supremacy in the supermini segment intensifies. Two major contenders for the affection of budget-conscious British motorists in 1990 are the Ford Fiesta and the Toyota Starlet. Both vehicles are popular choices for drivers looking for reliable, economical, and nimble transport, whether they are tackling the tight lanes of rural Britain or navigating the congestion of the urban sprawl. In this in-depth comparison, we pit the Ford Fiesta and Toyota Starlet head-to-head in an exhaustive road test. Both cars tested are 1990 models, UK Spec, with comparable trims and engines around the 1.0-1.3 litre mark, targeting the average buyer in the market for a dependable runabout. Styling and design. The Ford Fiesta, now in its third generation, launched in 1989, has undergone a significant design overhaul from its boxy predecessor. With rounded edges, a more aerodynamic silhouette, and an updated interior, the 1990 Fiesta presents a more contemporary appearance. In LX trim, it sports color-coded bumpers, a modest rear spoiler, and tasteful wheel trims that give it a smart but unpretentious look. The Toyota Starlet, meanwhile, entered its fourth generation in 1989. The ATP series has a more conservative and boxy appearance than the new Fiesta, adhering to Toyota's preference for function over flair. Its design may lack the visual verve of the Fiesta, but it exudes a sense of robust simplicity. The GLS trim tested here offers body-colored mirrors and bumpers, along with modest alloy wheels. Inside, the Fiesta continues its modern theme, with sweeping dashboards and soft-touch plastics giving it an edge in cabin aesthetics. The Starlet's interior, though well put together, feels plainer and less driver-focused, with an upright dash and utilitarian layout. Engine and performance. The 1990 Ford Fiesta LX comes equipped with a 1.1-litre OHV four-cylinder petrol engine producing approximately 50 bhp. This motor is mated to a 5-speed manual gearbox and is reasonably sprightly for urban duties. Acceleration from 0-60 miles per hour takes a leisurely 16 seconds, but the gearing is well suited to town driving, with enough torque to pull through traffic. By contrast, the 1990 Toyota Starlet GLS features a 1.3-litre 12-valve inline-4 engine producing 75 bhp. It, too, comes with a 5-speed manual transmission. The Starlet is the quicker of the two, reaching 60 miles per hour in around 11.5 seconds. It feels more eager and responsive, particularly on the open road, where it cruises more effortless than the Fiesta. Fuel economy figures show both cars being quite frugal. The Fiesta returns around 45 miles per gallon in mixed driving conditions, while the Starlet's slightly more powerful engine results in a figure closer to 40 miles per gallon. Still, both vehicles are commendably efficient. Ride and handling. Ford has long prided itself on building cars that are enjoyable to drive, and the Fiesta is no exception. It boasts a light, responsive steering feel and a suspension setup that manages to balance ride comfort with agility. Body roll is present but controlled, and the car is genuinely enjoyable to chuck around on twisty B-roads. The Fiesta's nimbleness and accurate steering give it the edge in pure driving fun. The Starlet, while not as engaging, is incredibly competent. Its ride quality is arguably better than the Fiesta's, smoothing out potholes and rough surfaces with aplomb. Steering is lighter but less communicative, and the handling is safe and predictable rather than sporty. The Starlet feels more mature and refined in its road manners, making it an excellent motorway cruiser despite its diminutive size. Practicality and space. In terms of interior space, both cars make the most of their compact dimensions. The Fiesta offers good headroom and adequate legroom for front passengers. The rear seat space is tight for taller occupants. Boot space stands at around 210 liters, with a split folding rear bench allowing some extra versatility. The Starlet marginally edges the Fiesta on interior space. Its boxier shape translates into more usable rear seat accommodation and a slightly larger boot at approximately 225 liters. The flat floor and wider opening rear doors also make it easier to load bulky items or fit child seats. Cub aisles, door pockets, and glove compartments are more generous in the Fiesta, but the Starlet counters with a clever underseat storage tray and more functional use of its dashboard space. Equipment and features. The LX trim on the Fiesta includes a basic stereo system with cassette player, cloth upholstery, and electric front windows. There are no airbags or ABS brakes, but this is typical for the era. The Starlet GLS, on the other hand, includes similar features but adds a tachometer, intermittent wipers, and a rear demister as standard. Both cars have simple, easy-to-read instrument clusters and sensibly placed controls, though the Toyota's switchgear feels more solid and intuitive. The Japanese attention to detail is evident in the refinement of even minor controls like stalks and knobs. Build quality and reliability. Toyota's reputation for bulletproof reliability is well earned, and the Starlet feels like it's been engineered to last decades. Panel gaps are tight, plastics are sturdy, and the mechanicals have a reputation for being virtually indestructible with regular servicing. The Fiesta is no slouch in terms of quality, but the fit and finish don't match the Toyota's meticulous standards. Rattles and squeaks are more common in higher mileage examples, and some of the interior plastics feel cheap. That said, Fiestas are mechanically robust and inexpensive to maintain, with plentiful parts availability. Running costs. Both cars fall into low insurance groups, making them ideal for new drivers or those looking to save on running costs. The Fiesta's slightly better fuel economy and cheaper servicing costs give it a slight advantage in day-to-day expenses. However, the Toyota's superior build quality may offset its slightly higher fuel and service costs by reducing the likelihood of breakdowns or major repairs over time. Depreciation is a factor to consider, and while both vehicles hold their value reasonably well in the supermini class, Toyotas tend to age more gracefully. Ownership experience. Driving the Fiesta is a cheerful experience. Its zippy handling, cheeky styling, and low running costs make it a lovable companion. Owners often praise its nimbleness and how easy it is to park and navigate through city streets. The Starlet, meanwhile, inspires confidence. It feels like it could run forever, and there's a serenity to the way it goes about its business. It's not flashy, but it's honest and reliable, a car that always starts in the morning and gets the job done with minimal fuss. Verdict. This comparison between the 1990 Ford Fiesta and the 1990 Toyota Starlet is close fought and ultimately depends on your priorities. If you're looking for a supermini that's fun to drive, cheap to run, and full of character, the Ford Fiesta is the pick. It's a more youthful, energetic car that rewards the keen driver and fits perfectly into the fabric of British motoring life. However, if dependability, comfort, and understated quality are top of your list, the Toyota Starlet is the smarter choice. It may lack the sparkle of the Fiesta, but it wins hearts through sheer reliability, refinement, and thoughtful engineering.